Okay, so here I just want to show you how we're going to repurpose some of the photos that I sent you and just use them to create your character. So obviously you will have worked a bit hopefully on creating a toddler-sized Justin. Okay, so we've got this little guy as a reference, and we're going to put a grown-up next to him on each side. So if you want to, you can go in and just erase a little bit to get rid of some of the extra kind of, oh, I'm sorry, using the wrong brush there. Just quickly erase some of this so that we've got a little bit less visual mess. Okay, reduce the size of it, or reduce the opacity of that down, and then we work in our new layer and we're going to draw ourselves a quick sketch. So the great thing with this is that we've got our toddler, and depending on height and kind of how you want it to be, we're doing it more from his sort of height, his size. So if we put the height of the parents in like this, so maybe he's like that and like that, you might end up with him with his cotton candy just in a fist like this, so he wouldn't, you just have little hand like that and the cotton candy sticking out the bottom and out like that. It would probably even be quite fun if it covers part of his face, just to emphasize the fact that the cotton candy is more than likely to be outsized. Okay, so big eyes here for him, and probably a big smile and a little tiny nose. And then whatever Justin's clothes are at this particular time, you can put on him. You don't need a lot of detail. And then you might want to shorten his legs, because I think these legs might be a little bit too long for a toddler in a more cartoony way. And then here we can repurpose this teddy to be like Ted from the front. So again, we've got these little shoulder and paw circles, and a little circle like that, taking that round. We've got his tum. Got a little paw like that, little paw like that. That gives us Ted's face like this, and his ear, well, the one ear is being held like that by the little hand, so it's that. So you can just use this to create your purple and orange bear like that. This leg's obviously closer, so it's going to be slightly obscuring the far leg, and this arm we can see in front of the belly. This one, the belly will come between us and the far arm. So that is going to be that. And in terms of putting the adults next to it, you might end up wanting to use your transform to just shrink this down a little bit once you've got a quick traced something or other. So we've got a little basic sense of size of person. And I see I have failed to put in any legs. When one works with tracing, that's how it goes. So you might be like that, little round body. It's looking a little strange here, depending on the size of face and shape, like this. Little nose. Don't know what his hair would be like at this stage. That's up to you to figure out what his hairstyle was like as a toddler. Some toddlers have lots of hair, some not so much. Okay, so in terms of mum and dad, you kind of want their feet to be on the same level. So if his feet are like this, then their feet, I guess, would be the same, also kind of walking along like this. They're sort of walking towards us, so you can bring them like that. You might even want to just do the two of you from the waist down, you know, so that you don't take up a lot of space, because the whole point of it really is Justin being doing his toddlery thing. So whether you want to have your full bodies in place is up to you. Not sure what you would be wearing, if you'd be in a dress or if you'd be in trousers. I'm doing this really, really roughly. So obviously we need to get that size differential for mum and dad. And arms like this, might be going behind him. Could be looking down at him like that. Mum and Dad looking down. And arm like that. Hand out. So that's kind of what you're looking at to create this sense of the little scene. So this is how I would go about using those, getting the most mileage out of the photographs to create your little people like this. Okay, so that is Justin with his cotton candy.